Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time. It is Wednesday. It means we get Matt, the mortgage guy. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, Mike. How you doing?
What we're going to do here is you and I are going to give some advice. You and I have been doing this a long time, almost 40 years combined. And you and I have seen changing cycles. And what that means, folks, is we are in a changing cycle. You've been hearing me talk about a real estate slowdown. You've been hearing us talk about a mortgage industry that's going to be shrinking. And we've heard about rates going up, all of this stuff. I want to be very, very clear. What was working and what was normal 60 days ago is not the case. If you watch my channel this morning, I sent out a red alarm around adjustable rate mortgages because some of my students are looking at ARMs to make good deals great. And what I told them is no, write better offers. If you're an owner and you're looking to buy that home and your agent is telling you to write over asking on a property that's been listed for 20 days, you're an idiot or you're an agent's an idiot. Pick your poison. There's just so much changing right now. I need people to step back, reset, and realize we are going from the craziest of craziest sellers market to a more balanced market. And there's so many people that aren't ready for it. And if you're not careful, you're going to overpay. What do you see going on out there?
I'm going to give you an analogy, Mike. Ryan Lundquist, SacramentoAppraisalBlog.com. This guy is great with his stats. This analogy fits perfect.
Okay.
You put a Hot Pocket in the microwave and you take it out a little bit too early. You've got some corners that are scorching hot. You've got other parts that are lukewarm. That's the market, right?
Yeah.
And the problem with it is people might see, oh, that property got 12 offers. Okay. But over in this corner of the Hot Pocket, it's cold, 0 offers. Over here, it's lukewarm. This one got 2 offers. You've got to be able to be, working with professionals that are all day, every day and understand it because, to your point, Sacramento has been a very hot market. There are agents and their sellers and agents and their buyers who are going to be surprised like, oh shit, it was just a month ago where this house listed got 15 offers. And now I listed it. And I'm telling you, like, I talked to the agents, like, I cannot believe it. I have 0 offers in the first 5 days. And, there's going to be bad advice given or bad direction taken. Another example is a seller who gets 1 offer right off the bat and it's at listing price and no appraisal contingency. What they're going to be like tempted to do is say, let me wait the weekend. Let me see what else comes in, right? Because a month ago or 2 months ago, it would have meant 4 or 5 more offers, a little bit of, competition, and maybe they get an extra 20,000. Today, a lot of those homes, the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th offer are not coming, So do right by your seller. Or as a seller, don't get greedy. This is a great offer. I'm going to accept it, right? Because like I just see it playing out over and over again. And then on the buy side, you've got a buy agent or a buyer that hasn't necessarily put in an offer in April, right? They might have put in some offers in March. They might have put in some offers in February. The market was different then.
Yes.
And so if you look at a home that's been on the market for 16 days, and your agent calls the other side and says, hey, I'm just checking in, do you have any offers on the table and filling them out? You don't have to go 50,000 above ask, where that same house might have demanded it 4 to 6 weeks ago.
Yeah, I hope people are hearing this. This is what I talk about real estate slowdown. This is what I've been telling you about the market coming to investors. I've been telling you, in order to find the motivated sellers, days on market is going to have to expand. Inventory is going to have to grow. If the property gets listed and it goes pending in 3 days, not for us, just wasn't for us. But if it's out there 16, 20 days, you know what? That's where I'm going to be fishing. That's where I will be writing offers. I did this morning when I talked to Dion, previous expert. I actually raised my yield in my market for the last 2 years. Average was 6, and I would do a 7 or 8. And I did a couple of deals. I just raised it today. Average is going to be 7 because I'm going to write offers below asking. I'm not going to write them like I had to before at asking because that was the only hope you had. The market is changing right now. We don't need every deal. Go find the motivated sellers, go find or create great deals. You're not going to fish first day listings. That's what we had to do the last 2 years. We had to try to be first. We just had to try. It was the only chance we had. Once there were 30 offers, we were dead. Guess what? Now we wait to the 20-day mark, then we write an offer.
Right. I mean, and it really all boils down to know your market. You've got to know it. Your agent's got to know it. You got to do the work, right? Just like the hat says, you have to do the work, because there's going to be some where you can offer 40,000 below list. Yeah. There's going to be others where like at list price it is a great deal, and that might be what it takes. But like there's no secret formula where you're going to go in, you're going to say, okay, like 96.7% of list is what I'm going to offer at. Like, it's not how it works, because list price is essentially a number that a seller and their agent came up with.
Yeah, it's a
and
starting
posted
point.
It up there.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So folks, again, the market is coming to us as investors. The market is coming to us. Most of you have been doing the last 2 or 3 years. You don't know what this feels like. It's an awesome feeling. It's coming, but you need to slow down. You need to, you need to do the work. You have to do the work every day. The market is changing every day. I'm hearing from people, Michael, you're right. It's slowing. Listings are coming back. Days on market have exploded. I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty good at this. I told you exactly what's going to happen.
The rates have sunk in.
Yes.
And I was looking at, like, National Association of Realtors puts out their home affordability index. All the data that they have is still January and February.
Yeah, Case-Shiller, February. I'm like,
right.
What?
All the closed loan data I was looking at today, because I was like, man, I wonder like why this hasn't moved more, or why it hasn't. And I'm looking at like 3.51 and 3.83 as the average mortgage rate. And so it's like, yeah, getting contract December or January, close in January or February. That's like, that data feels ancient to me.
No,
right?
Versus
like what's going on the streets today.
That was what you and I called the champagne cork. We called it when it was happening. Folks, we opened a champagne bottle. We shook it really hard, and then we let this out. All the owners who couldn't buy before came rushing in when the rates went up a point. That's what the data we're seeing today. That's why February Case-Shiller was up 19.8%. It was because it was a champagne cork. Guess what? When the stuff stopped spraying, not nearly as exciting. And, oh, by the way, we've gone up another point. So you're right. Mortgage rates have gone in 250 basis points. Crazy times. Any other words of advice as the winds of change?
I just think that it's good news for buyers.
I do too.
Whether you're a buyer of an owner-occupied property or whether you're an investor, it's going to mean you're going to have a little bit of leverage. And again, it's like a cruise ship. It's not going to turn on a dime. You're not going to have, like, we didn't turn into a buyer's market overnight, but where sellers could put any price, they would make you release every contingency because there's 17 offers and they get to choose the best. As they get 3 offers or 4 offers, contingent offers might stand a chance. FHA offers might stand a chance. All this stuff for me, Mike, is super exciting because I've got pre-approved buyers that want to buy. They're going to buy this as a long-term asset. So, they're in it to become a homeowner. It has been so frigging difficult over the last 18 months, really. Yeah. And it's going to get easier for those folks. I like that. I think we always have to have this caveat because people are just going to take it as like prices are 50% off next month. This doesn't mean we're crashing, folks. This isn't reventure capital. We're not calling a tanking of the housing market, but a slowdown, a leveling off, a little bit easier for buyers. A good thing for me and all my clients. I'm stoked for it. I'm looking forward to it.
No, I'm excited. I'm as excited as I was kind of in 2015, 16, right? It's a slower time. And I like slow because that means I can fish for the motivated seller. As an investor, that's what I want. I want somebody who has a property that's a little off that I can get a discount for, I can fix and keep long-term. I think your owner-occupied buyers, FHA buyers, the market is coming to them. Again, what I want you to remind them is you don't have to offer 50K over. That era is gone. And I feel good about that. I like a more balanced market for everybody. Where can people find you?
Go to greatmortgagebroker.com. fill out a form, let us know where you're at and how we can help. We'll be in touch soon.
Again, this is not a moment in time. This is a changing of the guard all year. We're only at the end of April. Every month from here to December, it will feel more and more like a buyer's market as we work through this. So it should be fun. I look forward to it. Thanks,
yeah,
buddy.
me too. Thanks, Mike.
Mm-hmm.